My name is Juana Peralta. I'm one of the co-organizers in the Chicago Dyke March Collective. I've been organizing in the collective for about 4 or 5 years now. I just help put together the march, basically. It's not a hierarchical thing. We all work as a collective, we make collective decisions, and we just apply for the permits and make the march happen.
Marching naked ladies. Marching naked ladies.
The Dyke March specifically in Chicago is important because it's about queer inclusivity. We want every person under the spectrum marching with us. We want solidarity, and it's about visibility for us. It's the reason we move neighborhoods. We have trans folks, undocumented folks, people of color, white people. Everyone is a part of the march and has an investment in it. Our collective is super diverse and is really muffiny, and people really care about the values, which are anti-oppression and anti-racist work, and trying to bring queer visibility in Chicago outside of the designated queer neighborhoods, which are Andersonville and Boys Town.
And you played it to the beat. Baby, I have no story to be.
This year specifically, we had a really united collective. The collective tends to change every year or two. People go in and go out. We have a really loose structure, and our decision-making process is always in transition. But this year specifically, we had really fierce organizers. We had people that really worked well together. Not to say that that hasn't happened before, but it was really interesting how we all learned from one another, because we had people from really different backgrounds organizing together.
There's no one telling us where to stand or where to be. There's no one telling us where to stand or where to be. There's no one telling us where to stand or where to be. There's no one telling us where to stand or where to be. We're just this huge, strong mass of feminist fury.
I think my favorite thing about the Dyke March is that feeling you get, like, for example, today when we're marching above Argyle and they let us march into the streets, and you just see like this wave of folks, and people are so excited to be here. They're so invested in the march. And for a lot of people, this is their queer activism. Being here, being visible, this is their activist event for the year. Not everyone can be an organizer, not everyone can be visible as an activist, but I think just being here is an act of solidarity, and it's an act of activism, and it's really amazing to just be a part of making that happen.
I swallowed my lips too. Little boy, can't you? Got a mouth full of glue, and I'm wondering if I'll ever get to sit next to you. It's not like it's forever, it's just something I'd like to do. Wow. Bringing all the things you hate about.
Sure. Dr. Dolphin.
Dr. Dolphin.
We're Dr. Dolphin, and we're from Madison and Chicago, a combination of Madison, Chicago. I'm Jonah.
I'm Postgen.
I'm Talia.
You guys, since you are from Madison, can you just say a little bit about how you felt about Scott Walker being reelected?
God.
He's a dumb fuck, and I protested like right away. The guy, if you look at like CNN footage or whatever, there's a guy who was on live TV for at least 15 seconds right behind a news anchor with a shirt that said "fuck Walker." I know that.
Nice.
I guess I work near the Capitol, and there's a lot of protests going on there for the past number of months, and so it was kind of sad, you know. I work right next to the Democratic Party after the election and the results came through, and just seeing the reactions of folks who had been working, you know, spending all of their time working to protest and get the recall going. And I think there's a number of like systems of oppression that allowed all of this to go down, and it's just a sign that there are things that are unacknowledged that we need to be talking about. And I don't know, it was really sad, especially as, you know, a queer person and a female-bodied person, considering, you know, what he does socially and everything. So it was really disappointing. It was a big, I cried a lot.
Will you guys tell us what your favorite thing about Chicago is, or something you like about Chicago?
My 4-month-old nephew lives here, and he is a pudgy little baby, and I love to squeeze his fat ankles. But before that, it was that big bean. Beans producing this guy here.
My favorite thing about Chicago is this little tiny spot off of Belmont. I can't think of the intersection, but there are like a bunch of really fancy homes, and if you sneak in this, like, it's almost like a gated community, but if you sneak in at night, there's like a dock by the river, and you can just go and chill. No one's there. It's really nice.
Promo shots.
I don't know what my favorite thing about Chicago is. I mean, I was born here and then I moved to Madison, and I don't know, coming here is interesting because I'm seeing it through a completely different lens with mostly queer folks and in the music scene, and it's just been really fun meeting awesome people in Chicago, I guess. So, I don't know. I don't know what my favorite thing is. All around stuff.
I got a brand new baby born in July. Wish I could let her chew my eyeballs when she starts to cry, so I wouldn't have to watch her live this spit-stained life. I'll sing her songs about her mother and her father's life. And in truth, I'm a lost boy with a mountain chest, and in dreams, she's the one who loves me best. And in life, our words are purple cigarettes. I mean, I'm drunk, dirty talking, what the hell? What the hell? I mean, I'm drunk, dirty talking, what the hell? What the hell?
Capitalism is fucked up.